Hello and welcome to this playthrough of Factorio, where I am building a megabase on Earth. I am using a mod, Cities of Earth, focusing on the Old World Hemisphere. My goal is to reach 10,000 science per minute with a rail-based design. The resources are set to maximum size and density, and biters and pollution are turned off. The mod list is shown in the description, as well as a link to my Twitch channel, High Speed. Please come visit me there. Questions and comments are welcome. Thank you for watching. 21,000 a minute. And you're at 1.7K and you're at 1.3K. So can I get 300,000 into each of these? Before this consumes its last 200? Probably not. But I don't think it's going to stop production. Because this isn't sitting here waiting for them. Because these are pretty much, well, it's green light. So I've got enough for another train. If this train left, this train would fill up. So I've got time. But I need to know if I'm falling behind. And we're about to run out. Which means that's about to stop producing. And you're still not going to leave. So when you're empty, you're at 1.9K. Just a hair short. But in the future, we can keep an eye on this. Red circuits are happy. You're still short on green. I don't even know if I put another green circuit assembler online. By the way, I had to increase this to 120 gigawatts because it got to 112. If I put another green circuit online, I don't even know how I feed it into this frickin' thing. It's got it so convoluted and twisted up. Mucky, Benny just posted. He's here. Been a while since we've heard from him. There it goes. And you're not the one who leaves. Oh. That's painful. Oh. This starves. Yes, I'm looking for where I can build another green circuit factory. Why do you X? One could go here. One could go here. If one goes here, it's right there. This one would not interfere with that. Then this green circuit factory. Could go here. Ugh. I don't really feel like dealing with that. But it's kind of what I gotta do, isn't it? I don't really have a choice. Why wouldn't this work? For that matter, why wouldn't it work if I just did it here? But assuming it needs something to make it work, that's it. Anyhow, this was just a thought exercise, and it works. It sets itself up correctly. Blueprints, other builds. Offset dual train unloader. Good timing, Faceless. Jerk. Now, turn off my bots. Where is McKay's? You're at BAM. Alright, let's go to BAM. Thanks everybody for their help on all that. That was fun. Nullius, yay! Alright, let's go here. Let's get started on this next generation of green circuits and try and figure out a way to get that integrated in there. These things are probably going to get full of this. Cursed cat images? I don't know. I'm gonna need you to clean up when those trains or those spiders get here, so. So what I'm thinking of doing is building another green circuit assembler like what I've got here. And it's going to have 2 green circuit outputs, right? So what does this need for green circuits total? One set of them should be fine. Rather than splitting all these things all over the place and trying to feed it from a bunch of things, and then having this suffer for green circuits as well, because it's sharing. Just have this no longer share, but have this thing get its exclusively from over there. I would do it locally, closer, if I could, but there's no no iron and copper local that I can use. This green circuit is feeding the blue circuits that are up here. This green circuit is feeding this blue circuit, and this green circuit is feeding... Cheers, mate. I've retasked it to be in multiple places, but it's supposed to be feeding this blue circuit. So one of them is feeding this blue circuit and one of them is not. Alright, I don't have enough rail to do diddly squat, but you have some rail. So we're going to turn this into a three-way intersection. Can I make a radar? So radar could be here, but that doesn't help me much. Radar here would be glorious. Right, meow? So what am I going to do with radar, or with rails here? Because I'm going to put another green circuit build here. One, two, three, four. It's going to go right about here. If I put it here, and then I put this here, that'll go right there. And then I put this here. That'll end right there. So I can run that train right about here, which means that this is going to go out here, which means that I could push this over one more, which has value because I don't have any lamps. Instead of putting it kind of close to that, I'd be here with it. But those power poles would be in the way. I am out of power poles. That is disappointing. Maybe McKay's has some. Cheers, mate. Oh, you got lamps too. Good. Lamps and power poles. Nope. Yep. And more lamps. Now, we're going to corner when we get to about here. Yeah, I did it. I want to get... I need to turn this off so these other trains don't come here until I can rename these. I want to get this one thing loaded up. Because if I can get these rails built, then I can bring another train in here that has more rails. Good. Now stop doing stuff. And so then I need to grab a train that has a lot of rail. King Fnurb will do. I'm not gonna care about you guys. I'm being very picky on how much I build here. That's gonna go there, even though I can't see it. You're gonna go about right there. So if that's where that goes, I'm okay with that. So there's my corner. Shoot that, dick. I need these power poles functional. Those bots sure seem to have a lot of battery when they're just sitting there. Wow, you're slow. Well, this is going to be some sort of T-junction. So let's not mark this at all. I didn't even see those songs in the queue when I first did this. I don't trust this thing. All right, I won't need this, and I won't need that. There's probably one more in there lurking. All right, that helps. That helps. Well, that's what it looks like if I go high. If I go one more below it, it goes there. Might as well go to the lower one. Military science staggered there 10 minutes ago. Dropped to 8. Dropped to 9. Oh, that's the time. No, it just dropped to 10. Okay, that's still good. Oh, we're almost at 2 hours. I don't think we'll finish it tonight. Put down some stuff here. All right. I probably should build at least one radar. I don't really want to build the massive radars here for this, but I don't much care also. Look at that one robot is just like, yeah, I'm sticking around, man. I am going to wait forever for you. I am going to wait forever for you. Look at this thing. It's just, I'm not going anywhere. Out of rails. Mary has all these goats and ducks, and one of the ducks is white. They call it Snowball. And yesterday it got all muddy, and she goes, Snowball, if you don't get in that pond tomorrow, I am going to yeet you in there myself. I was like, that's actually really funny. And now it just pecked at the phone. Changed the settings on the video. Oh, that's hilarious. The duck worked the phone. All right, you're nearby. I'll just keep bringing these here. So I need them to help me build this. You are not going to make it here, buddy, so you can just stay up there. I should have brought you, though. Oh, that's not how I want to do that. Oh, she's got a cat that adopted her, too. Well, it does the same tail twitch thing as mine does. I want to get rid of these steam buffers, but I don't want to run out of frickin' power. That's going to be a long pipe run. All right, let me focus on this because I don't need the power right now. Oh, you guys did some work, didn't you? Must have had some rails. Come here so that I can do that. You guys could have stayed longer. That's stupid in my opinion. You can have all that. I'm going to put you there. SPM should be pretty solid. I usually check it whenever a research finishes. We've got almost 2 hours. Yeah, we got 2 hours. If I stick with it tonight, we'll see. It's 8:45 my time, and I've got almost exactly 2 hours. It would finish tonight. 3 hours. Well, the buffers run out after an hour, so 3 hours seems fair to me. Yes, that's what does happen. That's what happened to me as well. Everything was fine. Yes, well, not just the science buffers. After 2 hours and 45 minutes, last time, what happened was three things all failed at the same time. Oil failed me. Plastic failed on low density structures. Right? So when plastic failed on low density structures, yellow failed. But at the same time, green circuits failed where they were shared. And they were shared for red circuits, between blue science and purple science furnaces, because they were sharing. And so the purple science furnaces up here were using some of the red circuits that blue science was using. And so I actually had three things that failed all at the same time, or within the same period of time. And I think that was what this was. Utility, chemical. Oh, and then military failed because in the process of moving things, I didn't rename the military coal train. So these coal trains sat here until military ran out of coal for grenades, and then it couldn't catch up because so I had to shut it all off. So I actually had 4 systems fail within about 2 hours. I don't know why I wouldn't be satisfied with 3 hours. I mean, how much more does it need to run to prove that it's stable? Because there ain't no way that a chest that is capped at 4 rows takes more than 3 hours to empty out. What would you like to see, Mango? Well, the buffer is never fully empty. I'm overproducing by a touch. Actually, I think I'm overconsuming by a touch. Yeah, Bob. I have a life. I have other things I want to do. I don't... What buffers are you talking about, Mucky? Because where I'm doing research here... Yeah, well, I don't know what random number needs to be chosen. Because these things are all at 16,000. That's at 16,000. That's at 16,000. That's at 15,000. That's at 16,000. That's at 16,000. And that's at 16,000. And they are going to continuously deliver. And the space science is delivering 2 and 3 at a time. So I don't know what quantitative measure would be considered accurate for what is being discussed, because 3 hours is a number. Okay, 1 hour is a number, 5 hours, 10 hours. But it's got to be related to something. I looked at my buffers and said, they'll run out in an hour. And when I said my buffers, I actually meant the buffers that feed the science. Right? Because behind each of those, I've also got double full chests of science as well. How long do I have to wait for those to run out? I ain't got that much time. So the trains are running at full tilt. This thing's sitting on 60,000 or 749 in its buffer, and it's on its way back. So I mean, I'd run it for whatever number of hours it takes to justify that it's good, but I need to personally anchor that number in something. Yeah, Bob, that's a possibility, but usually on my days off, Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm using my computer and I'm using Factorio for something else. I'm doing design work for the next generation of the MegaBase. That is a good idea, though. I do like it. And unfortunately, I can't load it on the same computer as I host it on because I just don't have enough. I mean, now that I have 128 gig of RAM, I might be able to do it on this computer. But when I only had 64, it wouldn't load. It just sat there. Yeah. And I mean, 3 hours was something I read somewhere, and I don't remember where. I don't know how quantifiable it is, really. Oh, I have multiple installs of Factorio, so I could do stuff like that, but I mean, I have a dev copy that runs on a RAM disk that I use for when I'm coding. I need this intersection finished so my trains can get out and reload. I need the Lycum train down here for this green circuit build. I think we're done up here. Actually, Bob, I actually own multiple copies. Yeah, it would be nice to carry spiders. course, the lack of response from the person who initiated the conversation is curious. Yeah, Mango, that would be awesome. Being able to load vehicles onto a train as they're configured. It'd be a vehicle wagon, cargo wagon, load wagon, artillery wagon, a vehicle wagon. Could hold like 2 Spider-Trons or 10 cars or 4 tanks. An open car, an open wagon, where you could see what's on it. Well, it'd be very functional too, right? What the trick part is how do you unload it? Because everything else in the game, when you unload it, you're putting it into something else. But for vehicles, you want them to unload and be functional, right? Where they're unloaded. Like in Mindustry, what happens is that when the vehicle factory finishes building a vehicle, it shoves it out into the real world and you can control it. But if you have a special, oh geez, how's a train out of fuel? Yeah, you're out of fuel. Oh, because there's no bots there. Oh man.